fundamentally, whether it's domestically or internationally, we have to think about skills-based learning as opposed to purely credentials. In the United States, and this ties into the question about the interoperable learning records, there are over 700,000 different forms of credentials and badges and, of course, degrees, traditional and otherwise. So how do we piece these together and say, well, this is the credential, but these are the underlying skills? Employers care about the skills. So now we are in a much more nimble time where we can leverage technology. We can harness big data to better match the employer and the vacant job with the qualified applicant who may have otherwise been overlooked. So I think there's enormous potential. You mentioned interoperable learning records, and this administration has continued some really great work on that front to really open up the data and allow the private sector to come in and innovate on top of that. We've seen this, and I see Monica from Treasury at the Treasury Department opening up IRS data in a safe, secure way, allowed for the creation of TurboTax. The weather, through NOAA and Commerce, you see all of our weather apps. So we think we can do the same with student data and worker data, and we have a really robust working group, and Mark's part of it, that's a subsection of our advisory board. We have two of the folks on the advisory board who are leading this section, and then we brought in companies like Salesforce and like Workday, credentialing engines to help us think about this in a more holistic way so we can take all of these different pieces and patch it together, because that's the future. If I have a skill and I'm in a community, even if I have a job, why aren't I being pushed information about job vacancies that match the skill sets that I have? And that's not happening for blue-collar workers in a robust way and in a way that lives up to the potential of what technology today can facilitate. So we've got multiple pilots that we're about to launch, and the private sector is really helping us build this, because building things isn't what we do, but we at the federal government, but we can convene. And one person I just want to acknowledge, Johnny Infantino, who joined us. They know nothing about reskilling in football, right? It's the skills are just so high, but we appreciate your commitment to this issue and appreciate your being here. You've been a great friend. So thank you, Johnny.
Just want to catch